Hello, it's your boy Manny Santiago, and sorry if this is just like a pre-recorded presentation I'm making. With what I've got right now, my new place, live streaming isn't gonna be a viable option. But don't worry, I'll do my best to provide content as much as I can. So, without further ado, we've got here the latest quest for Warframe, which is called the Deadlock Protocol. So it looks like this is going to be a very interesting questline since we're now going to explore the origins of the Corpus, and looks like Nathaniel has something up his sleeve for this. Just take a look at that mug. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Seven for, 7 against. Cast and recast 7 times. So, it is decided. The fleet has been retrofitted and redeployed to begin at once. New lanes. Trawling for old things. By prophet and void, by the blessed handless founder, we hereby invoke the Deadlock Protocol.
Solaris, be you Sumter, Rail Agent, Crud Diver, or Pit Boss. Hear this. Your comrades, your friends, your family, good people with clear debts are being taken, vanished. Nathaniel, in his hubris, is writing checks and cashing them with Solaris lives. There is upset in the halls of Corpus power. The foundations of their kleptocracy tremble. To Neth, we say this: you are seen. To the Solaris, make yourselves heard. To those who have aided us in the past, join us now. You are needed.
Alright, looks like the Solaris will definitely need our help in here. And at first I went to Venus thinking that you had to, go to Vox Solaris in Fortuna. And then suddenly I slowly realized that you're supposed to hit one of the indicators up there for the quest, because it'll help you know where to go. So I have to go to that node. And looks like the title of this part of the quest is called Espionage, so let's see what's gonna happen. And let's get started, and I'll let you also guys listen into the dialogues that we'll come across. That way we can get a good understanding of what's going on. So here we are.
Sparky! Yes. Biz and I may be in over our heads on this one. Listen up. This Deadlock spat is costing Solaris lives. The Corpus founder, some long-dead cove named Parvis Branham, carries a lot of messianic clout. Well, Neff's claiming the old man's got an heir. If true, that heir can, by rights, claim total control of the board. Board schisms and infighting might be the main reason SU survived this long. If the board unifies under one person, one found by Neff, our people will never see daylight. I need you on this. You in?
So this is going to be an interception mission. So let's go ahead and clear some grounds and see what we can collect.
And my humility grew vast. I began to see a certain similarity. I wondered, who am I really? After a protracted negotiation, my birth mother sold to me the secrets of my conception.
Wait, what? Get that signal back!
Very special, very secret succession program. It was an epiphany. It would seem that I am one of the sons of our late, great founder. And, more importantly, his heir. Now I have only to prove it. That is where all of you come in.
The brass on this mucker. I have to protect my people from this trust fund lunatic. Do your thing. I'll check in with my Whisper network. Let you know what they're saying. Talk soon. The brass!
Well, this is interesting. Of all people or all characters, I never imagined Nef Anyo would really go as far as claiming that he's the successor of the founder of the Corpus. And a little bit of an apology there. I think I've skipped the contents of the first round of interception, so I really do apologize if I cut that out.
Got dirt that isn't safe to shovel out in the open. You know where to meet.
Alright, before we get to visiting Vox Solaris in order to continue the quest, one update that caught my attention here is that we're now able to make primary kit guns. Yes, primary kit guns. But I was expecting that there will be like new stuff to master, you know, master foddery. Sorry, mastery fodder. I'm so sorry, mastery fodder. But looks like when I checked it out, the chambers which make up the gun itself are still intact, and the only way that you can turn them, and the only big difference right now is that the grips are the one that make it either primary or a secondary kit gun. So as you can see here, there are 4 primary grips, and yeah, you can see the and I'm also taking a look at the chambers as well. I already mastered all of the chambers as secondary grips, so that means I may have to. But I really wanted to try making a primary kit gun in here, so I was still deciding on what to get in here. But let's see. But what I can tell you is this. Whilst exploring all of this and all that such, I decided to get the Tomb Finger charge, or the part that the weapon part. And then for the primary grips, I decided to go for something that isn't high on fire rate. So let's see here. Base lower damage for fire. Yeah, I got the Steady Slam. I decided to get this, the Steady Slam blueprint. And then I matched up with the Tomb Finger, and then I chose to get let's see here, the loader part. You know, the third component of a kit gun. I decided to get the one that maximized critical rate. So Tomb Finger. Wait. Oh, I decided to get that just in case. So I wasn't, yeah, so I definitely got the Tomb Finger for the Steady Hand, whatever. So yeah, as you can see, I'm deciding here, yeah, got the Steady Slam blueprint, the Steady Slam, to match with the Tomb Finger, but I decided to get this. Maybe I could build a future machine gun or high fire rate gun. Excuse me about that. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about that. Alright, looks like I'm really taking my time here when it comes to deciding what to get. And, fun fact, when I record this, the roommates in the place that I'm at right now are sleeping, so I was just taking my time, trying to no. I played this in the morning, I think? Yeah, I played this in the morning, but the roommates that I had were like asleep. So it looks like I decided to get, finally, I made up my mind on getting the Tomb Finger. So I was just taking a look at the grips there, and I went for the Steady Slam. I'm sure I went for the Steady Slam. Okay, there we go. then for the loaders, I was looking for the one that was the...
Check.
Okay, so as a reference, I decided to like do a preview build. So let's see here, Steady Slam, and then Tomb Finger. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm
Sure, why not?
sorry about that. So I was looking for the right loader for this one. I was aiming for something that had a high critical chance. To be honest, I just don't know what I just didn't know what I was doing. Because I'm not really a master when it comes to maximizing kit guns for min-maxing, is I think what they call it. So let's see here. But I did watch a video that primary Tomb Fingers are a way to go. So this means I should be able to sell my secondary Tomb Finger kit gun, so I can trade it in for some standing.
I think they've gone to sleep.
No, I haven't gone to sleep. I'm still deciding. So yeah. Fast loader. Yeah. As you can see here, I'm still wondering what to get in here. And yeah, this is not live gameplay, as I made a montage of it. And right now, it's the reason why streaming isn't viable for me. It's because the internet speed in the new place that I'm at right now is very... I don't know. What's the right word for it? Abysmal, yeah. Because it's DSL, so my download speed is pretty good for 10 Mbps, but to upload 500 kilobits per second.
I can't help you if you don't.
There's no way that I'm gonna be able to do a stream with high quality at this rate, let alone even reach 240p. But it's something that I'm gonna work out with the roommates as well. So, bam. So yeah, I'm still deciding what to get here. But I know I already settled in for, let's see here, kill stream, yeah, maybe? But enough of that. Let's move on to the next part of the quest. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk to these guys here at Vox.
So, Neff's making a succession play. Sumper thinks he can prove he's a sprog of noble descent. No idea how. Parvus was assassinated before any of us were an itch. Biz?
Look familiar, Outworlder. Warframe, yes, but one of a kind. Protea. Legend says she was built specifically for and assigned to one Parvos Granum. Yes, part of a deal Granum cut with the Orokin themselves. Granum was no amateur, he had real power. Our ear inside says Neff's techs have found a lead on Proteus' whereabouts. Protean traces, they're calling them.
Granum, the original taxman. Killed when someone, a board member most likely, sabotaged the void drive of his personal transport. Neff wants gene proof, but there's nothing left to scan.
And yet, so they believe, they found Granum's Warframe bodyguard, who was with Granum when that void drive went critical. So, who is to say what's true?
Our people are vanishing because of this. That's true, I know it. I don't care if Parvus Granum is dead, alive, or making change tap dancing in a Grenier officer's mess. Sparky, you find what Neff's looking for. You'll find out what happened to our people. Get on it.
Alright, I'm pretty psyched up on the next part of the quest, so let's see what kind of mystery we'll encounter this time and how we'll be able to rescue the people of Solaris with this one. And I'll be honest that I enjoy Warframe a lot, to the point that I have kind of a blind devotion to this of sorts.
Protean detectors should be on board. Not sure what they'll look like. See what you can find.
It's, right. It's a great, big hand.
Granum tribute. Story is, Parvos was missing his left hand. See if you can.
Another engineering blunder? We need confirmation. Real reset and get our next volunteer into position.
What was that?
I think it was a void temporal shift. I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen one before. Small, though. About as big as a person. Patch me into the system. Could do with some noise while I'm eyeballing the bits.
Nathaniel, you are found. Remember the first days of Fortuna. Your failure, our victory. Without the Solaris, your aspirations are nothing. Return our Solaris brothers and sisters, or to nothing. So I swear, you will return.
You and your bleeding heart, tenant thugs. I really don't have time for this. My robotics, on the other hand, do. Kill crews, take care of this. I have history to make. Ready now? Proteus trace spiking. It's time! Send in the next volunteer!
They're gearing up for something.
Okay, let's see what's going. Wait, what is going on?
No! This! What is that thing?
I'm not. Outworlder, hold position. I'm getting something.
He'll pay for this. Volunteers. He's killing our people for some kind of weapons test.
Maybe not. I'm still pulling signal from that jockey's rig.
What kind of signal?
I don't know yet. Outworlder, don't let them cut the signal before I can decode it.
By prophet! By void! It's real! It's real!
What is this? What are we looking at?
The jockey's feed.
Sparky, you better get out of there. Well, we make sense of this.
Wow, what just happened there? So, if that's the jockey's feed, are we like seeing something in another dimension? This is getting pretty interesting. So the next part involves another trip, and wait.
To the Corpus Board and my many supporters across the Origin system, everyone is asking, when will I, Nathaniel, end this unprofitable, squabbling deadlock? People are saying, Nathaniel's perfect for the big seat, a visionary, an exemplar, a protege of the great founder himself, Parvos Branham. Friends, our time is at hand.
How many kids are going to grow up in the vents because of this? How many parents lost because I couldn't do my job?
UD. There's a vent kid a very long time ago who would have hero worshipped the woman she became. You're enough.
If Neff intends to visit that pocket for his proof, he won't risk himself. Not at first. Sparky, you can beat him to it. Biz has figured out how to activate Neff's Granum tributes. You won't believe this,
These tributes are essentially coin-operated. You'll need a Granum crown. You'll have to search the ship.
Neff as the Corpus figurehead, with the united board behind him, will be hell for us and workers everywhere. See if you can get across first. Tax whatever proof he's hoping to collect, muck up his plan, and find our people. To cross over, you'll need to find a Granum crown first. Search the area. If you make it across, keep an eye out for our people. They may have survived. I've told more than enough kids their parents aren't coming home.
I'm getting pretty excited on what's gonna happen soon. So, here's me exploring, and then... Okay, well, even gonna test out this sword's like power or whatnot. Yeah, I'm pretty much excited on what's gonna happen next.
Cruz, the tomb is verified intact. Dispatch the treasurer with my offering. It's time I paid tribute myself.
Alright, here's our chance. Time to tax the taxman.
If only Parvos could have lived to see this day. Imagine his face, beaming with pride, as he bestowed upon me his son, that sacred golden hand. My surgeons have assured me the procedure will be quick and painless. A pound of old flesh for a glorious new length.
I'd pay top credits to crap in Neff's coffin. Double if he was still alive.
One scan of Parvos Granum, and my lineage shall be proven. None shall deny me. What? Tenno? Again? Not today. As Parvos' heir, it is my offering to make. I am coming, Father. It is I who shall pay tribute. Your Neff is almost home.
I'll have to admit, this enemy type is no pushover, but you gotta defeat them because you'll need what they drop, which is called a Granum coin. Granum crown. And the quality of it depends on the level of the Corpus ship tile set.
They must not reach him before we do. Is that understood?
Him! As if the body would still be intact. Something's up. Get to the tribute. Expect some friction.
Alright, I just can't contain my excitement anymore. So it looks like I'll have to take this random crown to one of those big golden hands, which you can see here, and let's see what's gonna happen next. Shall we?
We've got a lock on you, Outwelder. Good luck.
It has been so long since these old eyes beheld another living thing here in the sanctuary. I am Parvos Granum. Thank you for finding me.
I the void. You are alive. My faith never wavered.
I live. Treachery seethed within the heart of the faith I had built when the board's assassins overloaded my transport's void drive. Protea, my beautiful Protea, and her gift for manipulating time preserved me. But at the cost of all that she was. Now she is nothing more than a specter of her former self. my beautiful Protea. That is why you have been invited here.
Father, permit me to show you all I have built in your name. To Nef-Anyo that honor.
My name. I have watched you. Monuments to narcissism, demanding others sweat in your stead, gorging upon that which you have not earned. Watched as you claimed for yourself my teachings of self-reliance, perverting them into a flaccid philosophy of sloth, of idleness. Is that you, my son?
No, that must be a different son.
You know nothing, falling short as you do of every ideal that I value. Your words, your efforts, are the model of inadequacy. I called you Nathaniel, but I do not need you. I need them.
Them? Tenno? Father! You're making a mistake. Come now.
Protea has scanned her kin, and with that, she is reinvigorated. Now, my lovely, if you wouldn't mind, show our guests the door.
I'll be honest, I got really surprised when this started to happen, and I just realized that Proteus did her thing.
We've got a lock on you, Outworlder. Good luck. What the hell? Outworlder, I'm pulling sensory feeds from a trip you haven't taken yet. And hearing myself say things I've never said in a place I've never seen. Parvos? Yudi, you should see this. What if Neff has similar logs?
Biz has a handle on the time jump, but we've got bigger problems than Neff now. Get out of there.
Not good enough, am I? Inadequate, am I? You've been watching me, have you? Well, watch as I show you how we do things these days. Crews, repel those specters! We have bigger fish to fry.
For one thing, I'm just glad Neff isn't happy at what happened there. Looks like the father just owns the son there, and looks like whatever Parvus Brandum's teachings for the corpus conflicts with whatever the corpus are now, the corpus that we know. This will really prove an interesting twist to the story, if you ask me.
Vox Solaris. Our interests have come to align. Now, this situation is no one's fault, and I'm not one to point fingers, but my fleet and your workers are facing the same danger. Convince your Tenno servant to re-enter Granum's domain and disable that Proteus Spectre. I have just the thing they'll need, but there is some assembly required. You want to rescue those comrades trapped in there, and I want to keep the past where it belongs. Dead and buried. Deal?
Neff's a bloviating narcissist with the morals of a haunted chainsaw, but at least that makes him predictable. Parvus. That mucker is something else. I don't trust Neff, but if any of our own are still alive in there, we have to try. Biz will lead the build on this Zorus gizmo.
Judging on that item that we got from that mail from Nathaniel, it shows you that it's a glaive weapon. So we're gonna be doing a quest where we'll need to get all the parts. Fortunately, the quest already provides this part of the mission. It will provide all the parts.
Neff's given us a cipher for an old Granum file. Phantasmic scintilla and motive forces. We'll need more specifics to build whatever this tool is.
Alright, looks like we'll be doing a spy mission, and we'll be doing it on the updated Corpus ship tileset. So this is going to be this will be very interesting, so let's go ahead and check it out. So this room, okay, let me just I just got rid of that. Let's see here. This reminds me, wow, they really made it wider. This is the type of room where in order for you to access the core, I usually get inside the vents. Usually this one or the one in the far wall. So not much. The only thing that makes it different is that it's a little, it's wider and bigger. But still, the way how it's done is pretty much the same. Now I'm not, but yeah, it's a random chance that there's going to be an enemy there waiting. So let me just solve this.
Looks like a partial find. Let's see if our new cipher works as promised.
Some doors ought to remain closed. That's not in my worldview. Fire, fusion, void. Progress always comes entangled with risk, with violence. With the precious sample obtained, development is accelerated. The Entrotti have kept their secrets long enough.
Well, this opens up a mystery here. I wonder who is this Entrotti? But nonetheless, let's go ahead and check out this second spy room. And let's see. Ooh, okay, I know this one. Yeah, they really made all the rooms wider in here. And this is the room where there's these moving lasers that you can avoid by staying on the sides and not running too aggressively. And yeah, it still feels all new to me, maybe because of the size and how it's made and all that such. So yeah, usually in this kind of room, I either wait for the lasers to pass, or if the vents are available, I just go through them. So yeah, not all the vents will be vulnerable. Some of them will be solid, and okay. So we're gonna have to avoid more, and I have found a vent where you can access the end. Okay, all right. So so it looks like you can either go through that vent if you want to access it through the top, or you can just go across and hack that door panel if you want to get through directly. I'm pretty confident when it comes to my cipher skills for Corpus ciphers. And wow, looks like they made it bigger. No surprise. Alright, let's go. Alright, I'll just resolve this and then...
I am calling it the Spectre Particle. As my Archimedeans explained, mimicry is in its nature. An echo, exposed to precept circuits, we are able to imprint behaviors, like an infant mirroring her surrogate. Only this infant can set the world on fire.
Interesting. So it looks like Parvus is responsible for the Spectre technology? You know, the items that allow you to summon an AI companion. So yeah, this is looks like they're expanding the lore further. All right, let's go ahead and check on the last room here. And oh, I know this one. This is one of my favorites to work with. And looks like looks like I can't make it to that grill over there. So bam, fail. And it looks like they reduced it to just one. So I'm gonna have to infiltrate this place from the ground below. Yeah, I wonder what this does. This is something I don't usually do because I usually infiltrate the inner you know, those vents in the elevator. Thank goodness for this Parazon mod that gives me 10 seconds of cloaking on a successful hack. So let's take a good look, because I like going to the top and then falling through the core, or the computer core. Just admiring it. And yeah, they really made these things bigger. But They made the beams narrow. Oh, more narrow. Goodness. I have to be very careful, so I have to be really careful here. Good thing this is not a high-end spy mission, or else I would have been a bit overwhelmed. But this is a good way to get my feet wet in how the updated spy corporate ship tile sits for spy. Right, easy peasy. I normally play a Loki, you know, when I do these things, just for XP.
The Dallasburg think they control us. They hit our research site for the Warframe assault team. Of course they did. I baited them to do it. The whole site lit up. 80 megatherm bloom. The whole lab vaporized. Those Warframes with it. Fire, fusion, void.
Pavos Granum originated spectre particle theory? Guts. This old brute is a whole other order of intelligence, and that's bad for us. Get back to your ship. I need to figure out this Zorus thing.
Alright, we got all the parts for the Saurus, so we'll just have to build up the foundry. Really excited for the next part. No kidding. I couldn't contain my excitement.
Thanks for the fast work, Biz. Sparky, listen up. Biz's findings indicate Parvus might be close to translating himself from that reality into our own. We're not exactly sure how, but we're getting some odd readings. You've got to build the Zorus before Parvus gets free.
Alright, looks like while the Zorus is being built, I'm gonna go ahead and change my Warframe because I already maxed out my Mesa Prime here. And my mind is still fresh from the PlayStation 5 reveal, so what I want to do right now is to give my Excalibur Prime a makeover, a PS5 makeover, inspired makeover that is. So let's see here. Okay, I reverted it back because I was using a loadout specifically for Mesa, so I was able to switch it, put it back where it is. And now I've got here my Excalibur Prime, and as you can see here, the color scheme for the PlayStation 5 is white, black, and blue. So there you have. So there, right now I'm ready, and right now I'm using the Dex Excalibur skin, and this skin is available whenever Warframe has an anniversary event. And don't worry, all previous anniversary items will be featured as well. And yeah, I even had to match it there. But anyway, looks like the Zorus is ready.
A weapon. Glaive class, but with an energy trap. Spectre particles, maybe. Has a mid-flight detonation trigger. Tricky, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Gear up and let's go.
Okay, looks like the Zorus is ready. And yes, it's a glaive-type weapon. So I'm really curious on how we're going to use this in the quest. Alright, and just a little note here, the colorings that I made for this for my Excalibur Prime for the PS5 related color scheme, it's going to have an update.
You're too late! The tributes are jammed open and the old man's errant specters have control of my ship. They're spreading through the fleet. I have no choice. If I can't have my fleet, no one can.
Classic Neff Anyo. If he can't have what he wants, he'll just throw it all away.
This was not the deal, Anyo. We have yet to rescue our people. Disengage the destruct.
I can't do that. But don't worry, I'm already at a very comfortable, safe distance.
Beauty, the fleet's going to blow. And Welder, aboard.
Wait, it's a time prison, right? Sparky, if you can get back inside before the reactor tilts, you theoretically have all the time in the world.
Looks like Utico's up to something here. Let's see if this plan of hers let's see if this plan of hers will work. And I'm really excited to move on to the next parts as well. Alright, just a little tidbit in here. In order for you to be able to get inside the Random Void, you'll have to eliminate all the nearby enemies in your area. And then once they're eliminated, you can finally access that random shrine or whatever, and then be able to use your random crown to access the Random Void. Alright, just a little more there, and I should have access. And let's go to the Random Void.
Biz. I don't think they made it.
Outwelder? Yudi, they're alive! Listen, Neff's whole fleet is overloading. Huge energy spike. We need to take out Protea. Ready that, Zorus. There, our rig jockeys. They're trapped in some kind of energy enclosure. You'll need to charge the Zorus to break it open.
Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. There's no stopping this without stopping Protea. A bit like eating your own, no?
Here they come. Take out the errants, and use the Zorus to trap the spectre particles that escape. You'll have to time it just right.
I'll be honest, I had no idea what I was supposed to do here, but good thing when it charged up, the game just gave me instructions what to do next.
Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Zorus to discharge near them. Well done, Outwelder. Now bring the rest home.
By now, your friends have noticed that the overloading void engines are preventing the exits you opened for my captives from closing. Well done, and goodbye. Enjoy your stay.
Cunning load. Outwelder, you've got to get out of there.
I'll have to admit that Proteus is pretty impressive with her gun sense there. And I decided to let loose with an exalted blade. Exalted blade, and I get a free revive thanks to my kitty there. But what's going on with Protea? Is she demonstrating her time power? Oh no! But don't worry, you should trigger that when you first fight her.
She's reversing the temporal field. Try to interrupt it. A fully charged burst from the Zorus might do it.
Yes, you'll need to charge your Zorus by hitting the Spectre like spirits or particles with the Zorus itself. And then it's charged by that indicator there nearby the reticle. If it's already glowing orange, it's a signal that your Zorus is fully charged.
There's got to be an opening. Maybe while she's reversing the temporal field.
And yes, it's becoming increasingly difficult because of the errant specters that are surrounding me. And I don't get a free revive here because, I don't know, there's a really long cooldown for the Cubot's resurrection ability. So right now I've got a fully charged Zorus, and all you have to do is just injure Protea until she triggers her temporal ability. There, that's a signal. Toss it in.
That's it. The cycle's degrading.
Didn't bother to record the whole struggle because it's just time consuming, but at least allow me to take it to the end. And with that,
You're too late! The old man's errant specters have... Huh? The protein trace is Khan? Where is he? Where is my father?
That temporal effect again. And yes, there are your sensory feeds, just like last time. So, the Zorus worked. In a battle that never happened. Or did it? I have a headache.
Our people are calling in, Sparky. They're coming home. Tonight, all Fortuna will be singing a verse in your honor.
Alright, time to wrap up this quest, because I believe that's the final one. That's the final step of it. So so let's go ahead and check the conclusion to this tale.
Solaris, we are reunited. Parents to children. Family to family. Take this time to hold one another. For tomorrow our struggle continues. We will persevere. Know that our emancipation is writ in the stars. With Solaris and Tenno united.
And there you have it, the Deadlock Protocol quest. And your reward? None other than a Protea blueprint. Now, in order for you to get the parts for that Warframe, you'll have to farm them in the 3 different levels of the Grand Void. And right now, I'm checking out what's new here at the market, and it looks like I can get this blueprint, which is Proteus' signature pistol. And as you can see here, the components for the V-Locks are hidden in the Grand Void. So you gotta farm, like, big time. And it looks like there's 2 other new weapons in here, and they're Corpus themed. And it looks like I'm admiring that Garuda Hinsa collection, and as well as that module. But what caught my attention would be these 2 Corpus themed weapons, which is the Stalta and the Stropha. Both their blueprints need to be farmed from the Jackal, and then the components have to be farmed in the Grand Void. So there is a lot for me to do here in this update. So, and like I said earlier, that the skin of the deck skin of my Excalibur Prime has been updated, the coloring, and looks like I won't be able to feature it here. And I'm just really admiring the market here. But nonetheless, I did enjoy the whole quest line. And it looks like Parvus Branum is a force to be reckoned with. So I'm looking forward to what DE is going to do with him now that he's out in our world right now. Alright, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this pre-recorded gameplay that I have. And this is your boy Manny Santiago, signing off.